everyone. You made it to Cheryl's place. And look at the beautiful Aretha I got on the live tonight. Thank you so much, Aretha, for being on the live stream with me tonight.
Well, thank you for asking me. I am just delighted to be here. Like I said, I haven't done lives in so long, and I need to get back into it.
Well, here's a little jump start. We'll help you out. Well, look at we do have some lovely people in our chat. Mary, hello, Mary. Misty, hello. Oh, Marcy, breaking a sanity cycle. Hello. Welcome, everybody. Were you surprised it's Aretha? I try to give little clues who it might be. Some people figure out who they are, but it's always a nice surprise. Yep. So there we go. Hello, everybody. Well, my dear, how was your day today? Did you have a good day?
It was okay. Work was non-eventful the way I like it. Thank goodness. So yeah, it was a good day, and the whole day I was just looking forward to this live. I'm like, okay, I just need to get through the day, and I'm ready
Ooh,
to be here live.
girl,
So
my heart is just exploding. I'm glad you were excited. Well, today I went and got my grays all covered up, and she straightened my or flat ironed it. I don't do that. I'm impatient, so now my hair looks all shiny. It's kind of fun. I'm impatient. I just let it like air dry and
oh,
whatever. I mostly wear it up. Let's be realistic. So she goes, "What do you want me to do?" I go, "You don't need to do anything." She goes, "What if I straighten it out for you?" I'm like, "Yeah, okay." I never want to impose. Well, they already did my hair. I don't want to ask for extra stuff. So it was kind of nice. So now, yeah. So it feels like satin, which normally doesn't. It's crazy. Anyways, so I got to do that. The reason I did get the grays covered, we have a funeral coming up, and I wanted to look a little put together. So
oh, okay.
those grays sneak up. They like to
Oh
grow.
my God. Oh yes, they do. And I haven't tackled mine in so long. I said, okay, either I'm going to come to terms with it and be okay with it, or I'm just going
Yep.
to keep constantly dyeing my hair. And I think that's kind of rough on the hair over a
Yep.
period of time.
Oh, for
So,
sure.
so I'm trying to figure it out. I'm like, okay, I need to just kind of maybe make peace with it. I think if I would probably make peace with it better if my hair wasn't like my gray doesn't come in silver. It comes in looking like that dirty gray.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if I had that beautiful silver gray, I
Yeah.
think I would be okay with it.
Yeah, mine looks dirty too. And then I have some extra white. But the funny thing is, Aretha, it just grows like in the center here, and I don't really have it much other place. It's just like right here in the top. I am fortunate that this front hair doesn't have too much. So if I pull it up, you could just see like the gray hairs, in front of my ears here. But otherwise, it's just mostly in the top center. So maybe if I was a
Hmm.
guy, I'd have my hair, I'd be bald there. It's already
See,
gray. If I was a
that's the
guy, I'd
perfect
probably have the
spot.
brown bald spot there.
That is the perfect. Mine is weird because it goes like this and around. None hardly up here. Just it's weird. It's
Oh,
really
so you
weird.
kind of just have like a whole circle around, and it's just in the
Yeah,
middle
and
there.
it looks really weird. And I'm trying to think, would it be best for me to just go completely gray? Because it doesn't look like the rest of it is changing to, where it will look more to me what I would call normal.
Yep.
So
Can you use the purple shampoo? Yeah, you're right. It does help with blondes and people with gray hair. Have you tried that at all?
I haven't tried anything to help boost the gray. Maybe I should look into it.
Mm-hmm.
Because if I'm going to lean towards more accepting it, I'm going to have to really take care of it. And I remember talking to a beautician while back about the gray hair and getting it to like this really pretty silver. And she said that's a process. If your hair doesn't naturally turn gray, the process to get everything gray and looking silver in the beginning is a little bit harsh on the hair. So that's something else I have to consider is like, do I really want to do that to my hair? So
Well, yeah, because I have dry hair already, and doing that, it just wouldn't want it to what's the word, break. We don't want it to get so dry and crunchy that it just starts breaking off. That kind of defeats the purpose.
it does. And my hair was already ruined when I had weight loss surgery years ago. they told you they. I mean, they would tell you that losing hair is a possibility, but they didn't really go into the granulars of all of it because I had always had thick, coarse hair. And to see it now is just like, oh my God. There's like little bald patches here and there, and it seemed like the hair doesn't want to grow back. So, um, yeah.
Yeah, it's hard. It really that's hard. Because sometimes they don't always tell you the complete side effects. They just give you a brief rundown, and then you're not prepared for when it's a little bit more than what they had mentioned to you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No, I am super thinning on top, but that could be age, hereditary, PCOS. I mean, that could be a zillion things. I'm starting to get, I don't know what they're called. Are they called widow peaks or something? I don't know, whatever it is. They're getting pretty far up there. So, if I need to buzz it all off short and wear scarves or bandanas, I won't care because, I'm not doing, the stuff because once you start doing that kind of stuff, like to help hair growth, you can't stop because then all the hair will fall out if you stop using it. So,
So I didn't even look into that. I didn't, you know what? When it was happening, I didn't even think about any of that at the time. My hairdresser was like, "Oh, this is pretty bad. You're going to figure out a way to up your protein and make sure your iron level is good. Drink lots of water." And she ended up really cutting my hair very short because it was so bad. And I wore nothing but protective braids for about a year and a half. It grew back out, but it didn't grow back out thick the way it was before.
oh, um, I did start well a while now because I was tested. Misty brought it up to me about vitamin D, and my vitamin D was low. And I do notice I have since I've been taking vitamin D regularly. It's still thin up here. Don't get me wrong, but I've had some more growth from taking the vitamin D. So I don't know if that's anything you're interested in, or you already take vitamin
Hmm.
D. So
It's a good thing you said that because since I had the weight loss surgery, and I don't know if everybody know what happens when you have that surgery because I had the gastric bypass.
no, I don't
So
know much about it.
you ended up when they remove part of your stomach, they remove the part where you absorb a lot of your nutrients. So
Okay.
you don't absorb the way you used to absorb all those nutrients. So I've been having to maybe like every year and a half get blood work done just to see where all my vitamin levels are. And I haven't done that in a year and a half to 2 years. So it's time for me to make that appointment.
Okay, I'm checking in a week to make sure you made the appointment. I check on me. I check. Anyone tell me they're making an appointment, I check on them. So I'll check on you in a week, Aretha. See if you did it. But yeah, I mean, sometimes supplements or vitamins can help. But yeah, it's hair. I mean, either we're going to have it or we're not, and we have to make those whatever kind of decisions. But that is interesting. Where because I did know some of the stomach came out. There's certain ones where you get the band or what you had, but I suppose since the stomach is also smaller, it is less nutrients. So you probably do have to take more vitamins and supplements than before the surgery.
Yes, definitely. There's no way around it.
Okay.
Yeah, because for the first year you're eating hardly anything. It's really hard. Over time, of course, it's stretched and I'm able to eat a little more, but you're really eating almost like what a toddler would eat.
Okay. Yeah, well, that makes sense. Well, girl, I am going to check on you in a week to make sure you still thinking about making an appointment. They want you healthy and strong. And I'm behind on videos. Which you got your boot off and you're exercising in the gym. You're healed up, girl.
Yes, I am so excited for that. I didn't even realize how much I would miss the gym. It was crazy because um, I was never a gym person. If you'd have said 4 years ago, "Oh, Aretha, you're going to be going to the gym and loving it," I've been looking at you like crazy because I'll be honest, and it's kind of embarrassing, but I have been paying for a gym membership for about 13 years and just now started going the last 3 years.
Hey, Aretha, I think
Oh my
you're the
God.
average person. The average person pays a lot and, they don't go. But now you're using it. Now you're taking
Mm-hmm.
advantage.
Definitely.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Getting back to lifting. Yeah,
Oh yes. Now the only thing I haven't done is the leg press yet. I'm still a little nervous about that, and I think I will start it next week. But it seems like for the most part, my ankle is fine.
that's fabulous. I just want to go back to something Misty brought up. Yeah, sometimes vitamin D is hard for your body to get all the nutrients out of the vitamin. Something about when you take vitamin K along with it, it helps the vitamin D to absorb more into your body. So I don't know the science behind it, but I do
Okay.
also take a vitamin K, which helps vitamin D to disperse more in the body. Um, Sorry, I don't know, remember the science behind it, but you're right, Missy. Yeah, you can't just take it on its own. The vitamin K helps with the
Oh,
absorption.
okay. Okay. I'm gonna have to look into that.
Hmm. Yeah. Well, I'm happy you're healed up. You're getting back to the gym. Now you cook a lot and you do more low carb. Oh, I can't even speak. You're altering some of your foods with a new plan recently. I don't want to spoil anything for people to come see your videos. But what are like your favorite recipes to make?
Um, because I am such a creature of habit, I don't change up stuff a whole lot. And I know I'm probably one of those weird people that can, for days, eat the same exact thing. So, as far as a favorite recipe, I don't know if I have an all-time favorite. Well, no. I do have a favorite vegetable that seems to always work for me. I love rice cauliflower and
Mm,
broccoli together. And sometimes I will add in those power greens, and it's really, really good.
that sounds yummy.
And it's so versatile that I can change up the flavor to, whatever I want to change it to. And I still keep the same nutritional profile with those vegetables. So that's kind of like my all favorite go to as far as vegetables and ground beef because it's so easy.
Yep, it is. It really is. Well, especially with the cauliflower and broccoli rice, you can flavor it a billion different ways, just like you would with a rice.
Hmm.
So, and like you said, you're getting the nutrients from the vegetables too. So yeah, that's a good main thing to I can't, I'm sorry, Aretha. Just crazy stuff going on and my brain is just not with it these days. I apologize. But yeah, so you kind of mentioned to me before we got on here that you like to make and try new recipes for other people that are not your high protein meals.
I love to kind of like experiment with things. Um, if I see a recipe that's like, oh, that seemed like it's going to be too many carbs or maybe too much fat or whatever, I always try to take it and see if I could make it a little bit healthier. Now, the downside of that sometimes, um, when you're trying to experiment so much with so many different things, and if the ultimate goal is to heal your body and, and not eat so much garbage food, in my mind, I start thinking, am I just replacing my bad habits with, you know, other habits? Um, Before, of course, for a long time, even with keto, being on ketos or slash low carb, and you start seeing the recipes, you're like, oh man, I miss this or I miss that. I wonder, can I ketofy this? I wonder, can I ketofy that? Even on the markets now, you see so many things out there with the words keto slapped across it, and you grab it and thinking, okay, this might be a healthy option, but when you get home and then you turn it around and you see the ingredient list, it has, good lord, probably about 60, 70 ingredients. You're like, wait a minute here. If the goal is my health, this can't be health right here. you know so
Oh, I agree. And then
uh,
sometimes they just say keto on there and there's still 20 carbs. There's no
oh yeah,
fiber,
oh
you
yeah.
know. So You do really have to, if you're going to buy something, like you said, the least amount of ingredients, because if you can't pronounce like 10 of the words, it's not good for you probably to put in your body.
Mm-hmm. Very much so. So
Yeah.
that's always been a kind of like that weird catch 22 for me. It's like, well, you want to eat delicious food, um, and you see stuff and you're like, oh, can I just keto this? Then in the back of my head, I'm like, wait a minute, am I still somehow feeding my addictive behavior?
Mhm.
Which is the goal is to get rid of that. Period. So,
Oh, I'm a binge eater, and I so far I've been doing pretty good. But I had kind of briefly mentioned my uncle, who was my mom's older brother, and my mom passed a while ago, so there's not really many elders, and so left. Well, I'm 55. That obviously that's expected. Even though anyways. So I just been kind of brain fog, and I've been wanting to eat junk every day. I wake up and I'm like, I'm not hungry, but it's the emotions. Oh, maybe I'll get a pizza for lunch. No, I'm not going to do that. Well, I can make a keto pizza. No, because I want that crust. Or you know what I mean? So I'm
mm-hmm,
staying keto. I haven't binge ate, but I do. I think about it. The last 5 days, I have been thinking about binge eating most of the day. And it's just such a drive to, to do it, but I haven't. You know, yeah. So, but yeah, I get what you're saying, because it's like, oh well, if I made, well, what did I do? I made like Cheez-Its. I got the sharp cheddar Serrano cheese, cut it in four, and then I baked it in the oven real slow, so they got crunchy. So they do taste like a Cheez-It. Did I probably
oh
eat
wow,
proportion what I should have? Probably not. I probably ate 3 times I should have, but
mm-hmm,
you know. But yeah, I mean, so I do that too. Even on the diet, you still, or whatever choice of diet, like if you're going to have fruits and vegetables, don't have half a package of grapes, just have the handful. But yeah.
mm-hmm. Even myself, knowing my behaviors, some foods I just had to cut out. Period. There's no controlling it for me, and I don't know why that is. I don't know if it's just a brain thing. Um, I can't do it because I just can't trust myself, and I just keep going, just hand to mouth. It's a fierce action, just kept going like some crazy person. And I'm like, okay, well, if I can't stop doing this, maybe this is something I don't really need in the
Hmm.
house.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I don't have lots of things that trigger me to want to eat them. Like Rick and Tyler have their things, and I just know they're theirs. Plus, I don't really like what they have, so then it does, just doesn't interest me, anyways. But yeah, popcorn. If I'm gonna eat it, which I have randomly, I
Mhm.
don't make a little bowl. I make the big Tupperware. The big Tupperware. I don't eat it all at one time, but I have it for like a few days. I mean, why can't I just pop the little, like a little handful? I can't. I always. I've never made a little thing of popcorn ever.
Have you tried measuring them out and put them in little baggies, then put them back in your little Tupperware? You can just grab a baggie.
Well, pretty much that's what I do. I measure out a couple cups, and then I have them in like a baggie type thing. And then, yeah, that's what I allow myself. But if I'm not being good and I'm having a binge, like I'm off the
Mhm.
rails, I will
Yeah.
eat that whole bowl. And it's got butter and it's got salt. And sometimes I have the white cheddar powder. But then that
Mhm.
actually has no carbs, but that doesn't matter. I ate the whole bowl of popcorn, whether that was on there or not. But yeah, so I don't have any popcorn in the house, because that is the one thing I won't leave alone. I just won't leave it alone. I love it.
It is good. Um, thank goodness it's not one of those trigger things for me. Because the hard part too. Sometimes when you live with other people and they are
Yep.
not food addicts, while they can empathize and understand, I don't think they truly get it how it plays with your brain and it truly triggers you. For a long time, years ago, for a long time, um, when my wife would go out and hang out with her coworkers after work, I couldn't go. just the act of me getting out of bed because she's a second shifter, going
Yep.
to somewhere to eat at 11:30 at night, and I did it once. It was a disaster. I could not control myself. I don't know if it's because I had to wake myself up out of a sleep, or it's just at that hour I just didn't have any willpower whatsoever. And I couldn't do it. She would always like, "Come, Hank. Everybody else's spouse is with," and I'm like, "I can't do it. I just can't because I'm not going to be able to control myself."
I think Rick, oh, and I told him about, the binging. He's like, oh, I ate a little extra or something, but, he'd be at work or he would do other things. So he never really had a tab on how much I could eat, So during the COVID, he actually had a contract job that was canceled, because of being the lockdown and everything. And so he's seeing me every day, and one day he goes, "Did you eat that?" And it wasn't like negative. It was just a question. He couldn't believe how much I had eaten in that short amount of time because he's never really seen that. I mean, because if I'm eating a meal, I'm just having the meal. You know what I mean? It's the snacking and the other stuff he would never really see all the time. And so that was his like first reality of what I can consume if I'm binging. you
Mm-hmm.
know? Yeah. Did now you said about your wife working second shift. Rick and I have worked all different shifts our whole life. And I'm curious, have you worked more than just a day shift? Because I'm wondering if this affects our eating habits too, besides whether it's anxiety or depression or anything else. Because I used to eat in the middle of the night when I worked second shift or third shift or something, and that's, not typical unless people work that shift to be really having a meal in the middle of the night.
No, I think I've been kind of fortunate for the last, I want to say, maybe about 30 years. Um, my job has always been first shift, like a normal 9 to 5. Well, right now I work um, 6 to 4:30 Monday through Thursday. So my job has predominantly most of my life been like normal working hours.
That's nice. Yeah, for a while, Rick and I were completely opposite when the kids were little and we didn't have daycare. So he'd come home and I would leave. But, we made it work. But then I already have bad eating habits. And now I'm just eating, pretty much eating 24 hours because, you're living a different type of um, lifestyle, I guess. We made it work. Well, we have Tamika and Kenneth. Hello, guys. Did I miss anybody else? Thank you for coming. I hope I didn't miss anybody else. I want to make sure I say hi to everybody. Thank you for stopping by. And I don't know if you know Aretha. She's from Seattle Sapphire's Low Carb World. And I got to meet this lovely lady from actually Derek Steps Challenge. That's how I got to meet Aretha. And she gets steps. And if she's ever on your team, you want her. You want her on your team. Yeah, and so now, since you're all healed up, whenever Derek does another one, you can join again.
Yes, most definitely, because I really enjoy them. It makes me cognizant of getting up, moving because I have a desk job, and all I do is just sit. It's just, I mean, okay, I may get up, I may have to go to the copier or go to the washroom, but that's about
Mm-hmm.
it.
Mm-hmm.
So it makes me more cognizant that I need to get up and move my body more during the day. Like
Mm-hmm.
I will breaks, I will walk. Lunchtime, half of my lunchtime, I will walk. Um, just to get away from the computer, from staring at it all day, I would get up and maybe walk for 2 or 3 minutes. So it made me really cognizant to get up and keep moving my body.
Oh, Misty knows everyone. She's doing a little brag, Aretha. She goes, I've known Aretha just. Yeah, Misty, we know. You know everybody. I'm teasing. But no, I am grateful for our community because I have met so many wonderful people. and it is nice to cheer each other on when we are having struggles, because we were more, that's why I started this, Aretha, is because we're more than just, our diet, trying to lose weight or
Mm-hmm.
maintain weight,
Mm-hmm.
or we're getting our exercises and we do our challenges together. I mean, we have more things that are about us, and now our community is growing, and I just think it's fun to see, what people enjoy for hobbies and passions. And like, you like trying new recipes and trying, I mean, and I'm like you, I can eat meals over and over again, but my husband isn't that way. So I do have to make other meals, because he, would want to eat that way, but I can eat that way. I totally can eat that way. I think Misty can eat that way too. Some of us can eat that way, are able to, anyways. Yep, I'm glad. I'm so glad for our community. But yeah, I just, and not only that, I know you like to do gardening. So do you have, do you like vegetables, flowers, or both in your gardens?
Um, Both, but right now all we have is like a very little flower bed. And the weird part is being in Seattle where it's cold and dreary most of the time. Um, I don't get out there as much as I would like to because I will, like I said, that is one of those what I would call monotonous things because I like to pull weeds, but I'm not getting out there pulling weeds in the rain and in the cold. So, just like I love to go on walks and like little hikes, out in nature. I love being out in nature. I really do.
Oh, I bet you have
Um,
some beautiful places to hike in
oh
Seattle.
yeah. Oh, I think Washington State have some of the most beautiful hiking trails,
I
hands
bet.
down. But for me, I can only enjoy them probably about 5 weeks out of the year when it's really warm enough for me to get out there and enjoy it. So, and I tried doing some when it wasn't the best weather, and I really didn't enjoy it. It was not fun for me.
Mhm. Well, yeah, and especially, I don't know about you. I'm just speaking for myself. Like, if my arthritis is bugging me and it's misty, rainy, whatever. It just is, and you're trying not to trip on tree roots or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
My knees and hips are like, So I understand a nicer day for hikes. I enjoy them too. Yeah. Do you have like any waterfalls in your parks?
Um, some of them, yeah, there are some
That's
waterfalls you have
cool.
to kind of hike a little bit to get to them. I mean,
Hmm.
um, in the beginning, my hiking skills were not that great. It's still not like perfect, but I can do so much more now, and it's a lot more enjoyable when you get to that final destination. It'd be like, oh my God, look at this scenery, where you can just overlook a
Hmm.
valley or something. And I haven't done it in a long time. My old vlogs, I look back and I was like, God, I really got out a lot. It was almost like every other weekend I'm taking people on adventures out, in nature and doing things and having fun. So I need to get back to it.
Well, yeah, and it is so nice. And do you go by yourself, or do you and your wife go, or do you walk with friends?
Most of the time we go together, me and the wife,
Yep.
or if she's busy, it'll be me and the dog.
Hmm.
So, but I enjoy it.
Oh, it is lovely. Well, I'm trying to get to a point, to maybe try hiking. We don't have dogs. We had cats, and they have recently passed. But so to go on a hike by myself, I'm not there yet. But I want to, because it is so beautiful. And then, kind of like how you said, the monotonous of pulling weeds, and you can think through things. I find myself, even though Rick and I are together, we don't always talk through the hike. It's like, we're checking out things, our thoughts are cruising through our mind, and it's just peaceful that way too for me. But like you said, it's always nice if you get to a valley or a huge waterfall or maybe the river, whatever it could be. It's the icing on the cake when you get to the to view it.
Yeah, it's really really nice. So what are some of your other passions that you enjoy?
Oh, me. Well, I like you. I like to cook and bake. And I do try to change recipes to keto, or if I see something that someone else would like to enjoy, I will make. I used to host lots of parties because we have a little bit bigger house, and so when the family, all the families got bigger, and the holidays or whatever. So I do miss that because now families moved on, or they are older and no longer here. But you know, but yeah, I would always do that, and I still enjoy that. It's just it's not as fun, I don't think, as just Rick, me, and then my son's home for a while here. It's enjoyable to still cook, but when you try, like try big new recipe or a dessert or something, it's always kind of fun to do it with a group of people to share it. I guess maybe that's kind of my love language, I guess. I
Oh
don't know.
yeah, because for me, it's always been kind of like fun because my
Yeah.
neighbor across the street is diabetic, and his wife had brain cancer, and they
Oh,
always wanted to try to get into a more healthier style of eating. And it's kind of weird because when I cooked it and would take it to them and say, "Taste this. What do you think?" They would enjoy it. Then I would go back and say, "Oh, did you try making it or do anything?" No, they didn't want to go through the trouble of making it, but they were fine with me making it and bringing it over. And me, I was fine doing that too. So
yeah. Yeah.
it was just the act of being able to make something that's a little bit healthier and someone enjoys it. So,
Oh well, I will share any of the things I make now if anyone wants them. But so most people I know are not interested in keto, which is fine. That's their, do whatever. But
hmm
I used to make the sweetest desserts I could even imagine. And, I don't make that anymore. And I used to, Misty's making bread. What is it called? Sourdough bread. So she has like a starter and has to keep feeding it. And I did something like that years ago, but it was the Amish bread. But that was just so much sugar because you had the pudding, the sugar, whatever else was all in there. And then you always would coat it with some kind of cinnamon sugar or something on the outside. So, it was, put them in my loaf pans like the banana bread. I used to make strawberry banana bread. Oh,
oh
I had
wow, that sounds good.
yeah, you know how when you cook like berries down for if you're
hmm
gonna make strawberry shortcake or whatever. Yeah, I would just do that. Cook the strawberries down and then add it in to the banana bread recipe.
Hmm. Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because the longer you cooked it down into that syrup, the stronger the strawberry. Because the first couple times I did, I couldn't really taste the strawberry, and then I figured it out. Just cook it longer, the syrup, so it gets real strong strawberry
hmm
flavor. And I would mix it in the banana bread. Hello,
Wow. Okay.
Denise. Welcome. I think I missed somebody else too. Carolyn made it. Hello, Carolyn. So thankful everyone's here. I got nervous. I'm not gonna I got nervous, Aretha. I thought we got our times mixed up or something, and I'm like, oh no, I haven't heard from you. And I was thinking you weren't gonna, you weren't gonna be here, and I'm like, I have to chat by myself.
Oh no, so I made sure because whenever someone is in a different time zone, it makes me nervous. And I was just constantly checking to make sure what the time zone was,
Yep,
that I wouldn't miss it. And I made sure, okay, I
you
need to get
didn't.
in early, at
You
least
didn't miss
10
it.
minutes early. That way I know
You're
everything is
fabulous.
working. So,
You're absolutely fabulous. It's just, I was thinking, oh no, I haven't heard from you for a while. Did you forget? Oh, and then I'm thinking, oh, I hope she's okay. This is how my mind works. I hope she's okay. I'm just that way. Oh, I just want to make sure everyone's okay. I'm goofy that way. Yeah, Boss Lady Denise and Tamika and Kenneth, I am getting to know them from Tasharia's channel. Tasharia does a live morning workout Monday through Friday, and each day is something different. And then she, gives some pep talk and get you going. And it's just kind of sometimes I'm working out while they're doing it. She's doing her workout. I do something different. I'll do my physical therapy or something. And then there's other times I just woke up a couple minutes prior. I'm just listening, not working
oh,
out yet.
okay. I need to find some more, workouts because the weird thing is about living in Seattle.
Uh-huh.
um, you're going to get some really not so nice days.
Hmm.
Um, and that's how I hurt my ankle on one of those not so nice days. So,
Yeah.
to be able to find workouts that's on YouTube where you can move your body and, stay fit. Um, I'm not going to say it's a challenge, but I've grown to the point where because I love the gym so much, and it's like if I can't get to the gym, I'm going to do something to move my body. So
Yeah.
if anyone have any YouTube videos that they would recommend or people, please, send it to me.
I most certainly will. I know, well, Gavin Smith, he has some beginner workouts, but he's in the process of moving. Kirsten from Quick Fit, she has anywhere from 10-minute, 15-minute to half hour, 45 minutes. She has in anything you can think of, type of videos. Um, I sometimes will check out Val, but she doesn't post anything new recently. And then Sharon, when I first was introduced to this community, Sharon had videos too. So I'm pointing to it. I don't know why I do this. I'm pointing to it, but I have a rebounder, and Mary has sent me some people she's been following for rebounder exercises, and that's fun too. So I don't know. Oh, and then Marcy found somebody she sent me recently. I'll send it to you,
Okay.
Aretha. I can't remember the name of the gal, but
Well, I may not always be able to do lives because
yeah.
of my work schedule, but I can always, watch the video later and do the workout. So,
Well, yeah, Kirsten, the Tuesday, Thursday when she does the half hour live, she posts it right away. So whether you're at work or whatever, and then Tasharia does it live in the mornings. But so if I miss it in the morning, I will, try to do it later. Um, but the nice thing about Tisharia is each day is something different. So I think Friday is use exercise equipment she hasn't touched in a long time. So she'll create exercises around with the piece of equipment that she hasn't used for a while. So yeah, she does something different every day. So yeah, it's fun. But I'm not gonna lie, I don't go to the gym. I'm doing videos or making up my own exercises at home, if I'm not outside walking.
okay, that works also. Yeah. I would never have pictured myself being this gym rat. My wife said, "Oh, you're a gym rat now." And I said, "Oh, I guess I am." But I would never if you like I said if you said that to me like years ago, I'd been like, "I'm not going to no gym." But now I love it. I love it. I can zone out with the exercises.
Well, I mean, there is some great equipment. Yeah, Freestyle Friday. Thank you, Missy. She she does something different each day. But I had a gym membership. Years and years ago, it was just like a little women's club at the strip mall, and they kind of had a few machines, nothing really majors. You're talking like in the '80s there. But then I had a Gold's Gym membership, and there was so many cool machines, but I guess I didn't use all the machines as much as I the elliptical. I like to use the elliptical. And then I would use the machines, but I know this gonna sound so silly, but like when you touch the handles and everything, it's like I probably need gloves. How about that? I'll just say that.
Okay.
Just because the metal and everyone's sweat or whatever, and then
Mhm.
you can smell it. So that would turn me off because it was just a weird smell with the metal and everything. What are your favorite machines to use when you're at the gym?
Um, See, that's where I need to change things up because I, again, creature of habit. So I will do the arm press, um, the bicep curls, um, the ab workout, and I would do the leg press. Because if I'm being honest, it seemed like a lot of the other machines seemed a little bit intimidating, but that's just me because I'm weird about trying new things, So, and I know it's time to change things up and add in some more equipment and start working some different muscles. So, I think maybe one day next week I will have one of the employees kind of walk me through some of the stuff because even though it seemed like it might be self-explanatory sometimes, even just just the regular machines, you can still hurt yourself. So,
Oh
and
yeah.
I'm older. I'm 55, so I don't need to be
Hey,
hurting myself
I'm
anymore.
55 too.
So,
Woo! We're the 55 gals.
yeah.
Yeah. No, I know because sometimes when you get to a machine, you're like, oh, I think I can use that. And then it's like, oh, I just pulled something because you didn't use it properly.
Mhm.
And it can't hurt. It's a great idea. Have someone walk you through. And even if you already asked them like the week prior or something, go back and ask because it's better not to injure yourself and use the
Mhm. That's
machine
true.
the
That is
right
very
way.
true.
Oh, Misty said, wow, Misty is just full of information for us today. Planet Fitness has videos on how to use their equipment before you go. That's good to know.
Oh, that is. I don't think I've ever been on their site or used their little app. Cause I know I have it on my phone. Cause the only reason I use the app is to check in, and I guess there's a lot of stuff on that app, and I just never gone through it.
Well, now we're learning. We're learning today. There's stuff
Yeah,
on
and
the app that
two,
you can check
part of
out.
me is that embarrassment of being this older person in there struggling, trying to figure something out, trying to use the machine right, and everybody looking at you like you're crazy. Like, what is this old lady doing?
Well, most people here know technology and Cheryl are not a good combination. So, it could, that's just my thing. I'm old school and stuff. I still like to write on paper. Like, I'm just not, oh, you take a note in your phone. No, thanks. I will take a note on a piece of paper.
Mm-hmm.
Not my thing. Yeah, some people just do everything on their phone, and that's fabulous. I mean, all the pieces are in there to do whatever you need to do on your phone. It's just I don't use those certain apps enough that I won't remember I put something there.
Oh yeah, that's me. Cause I don't take notes on my phone either. I think I found the little icon for it once, and then it was like it disappeared or something. It's probably still there, but
Yeah,
I
it's
don't
probably
know.
still there, but you don't need it now because it's too late. I even there's people a little bit older than me. They're like, just put it in your phone. No, nope, I won't remember it. I will never find that
Mm-hmm.
again. Is a lot of times I do now is I take pictures of everything. Like if I created a new password, I quick take a screenshot so I have it. So most of the stuff I need to know are in my photos. Otherwise, I won't remember.
Now see how bad I am is like a grocery list. If like my wife, she loved doing that kind of stuff. So what I've learned to do, and this is going to sound so corny, I will text message myself the information. So when I open up my text message, there it is. I know it sounds really weird, but
No, I send messages to myself all the time because I won't remember. I just won't remember. Yeah, if I don't have a list, like if we go to the grocery store, if I don't have a list, yeah, I do. That's why, yeah, the photos or texting myself. Or we'll be at the doctor's office. The doctor's saying something important. I need to know about Rick, and I don't. They didn't give me the packet yet with stuff in it, and so then I'm like typing everything to
hmm
myself and send it as a text. Ah. Oh, see, Misty, no, we're not alone, Aretha. Other people do it too.
well, thank goodness I was. I wouldn't even tell anybody I did that kind of stuff, especially my kids, because they already think I'm weird, and they're like, "Mom, what's wrong with you? All this technology, all this and that." And it's just like, I'm not comfortable with all that stuff.
It's not my forte either. And the best is with the kids. Here, mom, I'm going to show you. Well, what do? They have the phone and they're facing it. I can't see what you're doing. I mean, great. Thanks for. I'll just say thank you. It's like you
hmm
didn't show me anything. Oh yeah, we all have to remember some way. Yeah, where we want to grow to be strong old ladies, and however we're going to
That's
do it, we're
right.
going to do it. We're going to get there. Technology be darned, we'll get there.
hmm
Yeah, no, but yeah, the gym. I used to have memberships, but if I didn't go with somebody, I didn't go. And so then I finally am like,
Mm.
this is a waste of my money. I'm just not going by myself. So and then I stopped because I'm just one of those people. I don't think people are looking at me. It's just, or thinking about me. I don't per se think that. It's just an insecurity being somewhere with a bunch of people I don't know, and that's
Mhm.
all it is. Yeah, see, Misty takes uses a note app. Yeah, I know it's on my
Oh,
phone.
okay. Yeah.
I'm not using it.
Mhm.
Oh, even young Caroline, excuse me, does it too. See, even younger people do it too. Hey, we gotta do what we can. I
That's
don't
true.
have that long cord phone to hide and have my phone conversations anymore. No, I'm kidding. I don't hide when I talk on the phone. I did as a kid, teenager, because we don't need moms hearing everything.
Mm.
Oh, see, Marcy, yeah, you're brave. Yeah, I everyone that can go by themselves, I just think you're so brave. I'm a chicken. But I'm gonna work on that. Well, I'm gonna work on the hiking by myself. That's what I want to do because I just don't know when the Rickster's gonna get lots of energy to go back on hikes, and spring's around the corner, and I want to get back on hikes. I really enjoy it.
And see, I love going to the gym by myself. It's almost like my therapy session.
And I see that and I get that. And I know that is that way for lots of people. I wish I was that way. I wasn't this way when I was younger. It's something that's changed the older I've gotten. I just, yeah, I don't know. You
So,
can
do you
do
have
it,
any
Cheryl.
travel
Well,
plans?
huh? Pardon me?
Do you have any travel plans?
Well, we do want to go to California, and I forgot the name of the place. Um, is it Yosemite? No, it's not. It's not the Yellowstone area. It's past the Yellowstone area. Oh, darn it. Rick really wants to go. I mean, I want to go too. I want to see the giant trees and do some hiking and stuff. This is kind of
Oh,
where,
redwoods?
yeah, probably that's where we want to go.
Oh, it's nice. It's we drove through there several times. It's like this little drive you can go through. It's really nice. And those
Yeah, because
trees are
isn't
so
some
huge. It's just
trees
it's
spread out where you
unbelievable.
can actually drive through the trees?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
unbelievable. Unbelievable the size.
See, yeah, it'll be amazing. Yeah, this is, I mean, not to be a Debbie Downer. It's just where we're at in life right now. Rick doesn't have much energy, but he's not sick enough to start dialysis. And then do we try to go now? Or do we wait and do we just dialysis because we're going to do it at home so then we can bring stuff with us? It's just, I don't know.
Mhm.
So, but that's where we hopefully we would like to go this summer. So we'll see. It's in the
Oh,
books of
cool.
the idea
Cool.
to do it, but yeah. I mean, because if he wants to go, I mean, I guess maybe I just don't know what the paths are like. Could we get an electric scooter or electric wheelchair to rent or something? I mean, I just don't know. I just don't know all those things. I'd have to check it all out to see if that, if we go now and he doesn't have all this energy, is there other tools so he can enjoy it, and then we just don't go and then, miss out.
Mm,
So,
okay.
lots of what do I want to say, research, I guess I need to do for, but yeah, I do want to do that. I also would like to get back to Niagara Falls. We did go there. We were only there for a little bit, and it was icky, icky, icky weather. And
Oh.
I would like to go, but I would like to go on the Canada side because I think you could see more on the
Oh.
Canada side than
Someone was
in.
saying that.
Yeah,
Yeah. That would
yeah,
be
I
a
would like to
really
do
nice
that.
trip.
Hello, Gina. Hello, Gina. Yeah, it would be nice. So, but if it doesn't happen, but those are things we're thinking of. And then someday I want to see all of you guys. I got to win the lottery, and then we can just book out like this giant hotel, and we can all
I
come.
know that would be really cool.
That
So I
would
don't
be
have too
cool.
much going on for this year. Last year was pretty rough. Um, I think everybody probably knows by now that my mother-in-law did pass away. So we're not going to have her um, celebration of life until the last of April,
Mm.
and then which will be in California. So, and then the last of May, I will be in Austin, Texas for KetoCon. I have been enjoying my KetoCon. So, anyone in
What is
Texas?
that? What is KetoCon? I need to know about
Oh
that.
my gosh, it's this where a lot of people get together and they have panels. It's a lot of fun. KetoCon is so much fun, and they have speakers and what else? They have a lot of vendors. They give away a ton of free keto stuff. So I
Wow.
really love it. It's a lot of fun.
So when is that going to take place?
It's the last of May.
Okay.
I'll look at the dates and I'll send it. I'll send you actually send you the link. Um,
That'd be fabulous. Well, I don't
this
think
is in
I'm gonna
Austin,
make it.
Texas.
Yeah, well, Misty's in Texas. Misty, get over that KetoCom. Well, since oh yeah, Mary can go to the keto convention. What was I gonna say? Will you do any vlogging or any videoing of that?
Yes, I always vlog when I go. It's cause it's so much fun, a lot of fun. So if anybody's
Cool.
there in Texas, I would love to meet up with you guys.
Yeah, well, there's a bunch of ladies there. We got Misty, Mary, LB, Charlotte just moved there from Louisiana. So there's a bunch of ladies that would probably have fun doing that too. Oh yeah, and get some free stuff for me, Misty. No, I'm just kidding. I don't even know if she's going. It would all melt traveling from Texas up to here by the time it left the post office in Texas. What did Misty say? I guess good taste test from her free stuff. Oh yeah. Oh, you could do that too, Aretha. Do videos of tasting the new products and see if it's a thumbs up or a thumbs down.
Yeah. I don't think I've ever done that in the past. What I have done is after I collected all that stuff into my bag, I would sit down and go through it with people and talk about the vendors that I've talked to and we look at the products. I would put out all the information about the products, like the websites and all that for everybody to go look at. So yeah, that's something that I can do.
Yeah,
You can
I'm
taste test.
excited. Well, I'm excited you're going. I can't wait to see what you create and let us see too. That's fabulous. Well, I hope there's lots of yummy stuff. Sometimes some keto stuff don't taste so good. Ooh.
That's true. They've normally had pretty good things. Not that I would like every single thing. There's a lot of there like Peterson Ranch is always there, and they're always cooking up like bacon and sausage, and you can just go there and get a little plate like this, and it's full of sausage or bacon. There was someone there doing steak one time, and all kinds of nice little fun things.
Wow, I'm excited for you. I can't wait. Wow, this is exciting to read. I wrote it down. Yeah, I will check that out. Maybe next year I'll go to that. Is it yearly?
It's been yearly. It's always so far. It's always been in Austin. I know there was talk of moving it. I think people was like, well, can we have it in different locations? But so far, it's been in Austin, Texas, and I love Austin, Texas. If I'm being
I
honest,
do
I could move
too.
there.
I've been there
I
before.
could
It's so
move it if I find a
fun.
job. I always tell my wife, if I find a job while I'm out there doing a convention, you're not going to see me. 'Cause I'm gonna
Oh my
stay in
gosh, I ate some of
Texas.
the yummiest food there. Mm.
Oh my god! Oh my god! It's amazing. I'm just gonna say that it's amazing. I never been to a restaurant there that served bad food.
I agree. I mean, I've only been there once, but the whole trip was wonderful. It was fabulous. Gina says it's like walk. Oh, wait a minute. That's not what I wanted to click on. Like walking around the Costco. Num num num.
It is. It is because they give you samples of their stuff. I think
Yeah.
that's one of the rules for being a vendor. They have to give you samples, and they
Yeah.
always have enough product for you to buy. So you can load up there. I mean,
That's awesome.
yeah,
Are you gonna fly or drive?
I'm driving this time. Mostly I'll fly, but this time we're driving because we're going to take our dog And my daughter was like, "Why don't I just meet you there?" And I was like, "Okay." She meet me there with the baby and all that stuff. So we've already got our place to stay. We found a nice um, 2 bedroom place, 2 bath, not far. Because I always, wherever I stay, I always walk to the convention center. So it's gonna be fun. I'm looking forward to that.
Well, since you're driving, like you said, you find some really good stuff, whether it's meat or something that needs to stay cold, you can bring it home in a cooler.
That's true too. That is true. Yeah.
Wow, I'm just excited about this. It doesn't take lots to get me excited, but I am excited about this. Wow. You know what? I bet you I heard about this a long time ago and it just went in one ear and out the other. Wow, I'm happy for you. You guys are going to have fun. Plus, you can see your daughter and the grandbaby. How fun, fun, fun is that?
Oh, yes, a lot of fun. It's like with little babies, they grow so fast. I remember being there when she was born, and she's already 15 months. And I'm like, where did the time go?
15 months? I just remember you telling us.
Oh, yeah, and she's half my height. I'm a shorty. Okay, yes, I'm a shorty. And she's not even 2, and she's half my height.
Wow. Well, maybe she'll get some of those legs, and whatever. If she's into sports as she gets older, she'll just everyone will want her on
Hmm.
the team. I'm the shortest of my family. My brother is 6'2", my sister's almost 6 feet, and I'm 5'6". I'm the oldest, shortest, and fattest. I don't know what happened there, but
I
it's a
know.
trifecta that. Yeah, I mean, yeah, they're tall. I look like a little shrimpo next to them, but hey, that's okay. It's just funny. I mean, I'm working on being not the biggest anymore. I'm gonna get down. Someone
Hmm.
else will be the biggest. No, I don't want anyone to be biggest. Oh wow, I didn't get to do this. Cutting your niece's cord. She's turning 27 months. Wow, yeah. Babies, the time flies. Well, Carolyn can attest. She has her little daughter. She's growing like a weed. Now, I didn't get to do that. Rick did. Rick got to do that. I was really dumb, Aretha. I'm gonna tell you this. They're like, oh, it's gonna be so painful. So I'm like, yeah, I want meds. And I didn't want to do the spinal thing. They just gave me like the shot. I was out of it, and a half hour later, they're like, "You need to push." My brain was in Mars or something because of the medication again. I'm not ready to have a baby right now. What? I was like, when I had Samantha, nope, I don't want nothing unless this is emergency and we need, have to do something because I was out of it completely.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
See,
yeah,
I had
Rick's,
natural with both of mine.
yeah,
It wasn't a choice with my son
yeah.
because his heart rate kept dropping and they didn't want to give me anything. And I was in labor for way too long. What they were planning on doing was giving me a C-section, and I'm glad they didn't.
Yeah.
So, and then when I had my daughter, the weird thing was I had like little pains. I mean, very little pains, and it just kept going. I'm like, well, this is almost my due date. Why don't I just go to the hospital? I'm glad I did. I was already dilated 5 centimeters.
Oh, girl.
I mean, hardly no pain. So I'm there for an hour, and then they come in like, time to push. And I'm like, what? I didn't have any pain with her.
Yeah.
That was the oddest. I had no pain with my daughter.
No, my daughter was super fast too. Well, actually, both of them were fast. But I think Tyler took a little longer because I was medicated. I'm trying to do what they're telling me to, but my body's just not doing what it needs to do. But I was working for a company that kind of had like what's the word? We had checks and stuff, and so we had to run these big machines to let the sorter machine like banks have. And so so I always was reaching up over my head. Well, I never said I should do that for hours, because Tyler's umbilical cord was wrapped around his neck, and so they're like, you need to push because I couldn't see any of the machines. And I'm trying, and the next thing you know, there's a whole mess of people. And then I'm like, okay, I need to focus and listen to what they're telling me because I should have never. And so then I thought, oh, I'm in pain afterwards. And then when I had Samantha Natural, it was like, I'm hungry. Can I take a shower? I'm like, yeah, if you can do it natural, I'm not telling anyone what they need to do, but for me, the natural, I wish I would have did it that way with Tyler too. But they were just, I don't know, they kept saying, you're going to be in pain, you're going to be in pain. I'm like, I don't want to be in pain. I really wasn't in that much pain. So I should have never did that. But live and learn, right?
Mhm.
Fortunate. Fortunate that I didn't have to, because some people, like you said, you had many hours. I didn't. It was quick for both of them. I
Yeah, my
actually
son
broke
took
my daughter's
hours.
collarbone. She came out so fast. Her collarbone was broken. We found out at her 2 week checkup.
Oh.
Yeah, she didn't. I didn't even know it's healed. Healed. We didn't have to do anything. Went back a month later after the 2 week check, and she's perfectly fine. They did an X-ray. It was because guessing because maybe the bone is still soft or
Mhm.
something. So yeah, we didn't have to do anything. My husband didn't want to cut the cord. Uh, I get it. It's not the most beautiful thing. The babies. Well, my husband was complete opposite. When the placenta came out, he's like, "Hey, can we bring that home and make steak?" I'm like,
Oh,
"No, we're not." No, they'll take care of it. We don't need to worry about that. And some people do bring it home. That's fine. That's their business. That's not for me. That was not for me. Yeah, but yeah, fortunate. Hey, Kenneth. Oh, Kenneth's back. Oh, you're leaving now? I don't know. I can't pay attention to chat with my beautiful Aretha and pay attention to the comments. I can't do that. So, what big things do you have going on besides KetoCon?
um, besides that, for the rest of the year, I haven't really made too many plans. Like I said, I do want to get out more and get back to traveling because I realized pre-pandemic we did a lot of traveling. I mean, I'm granted it was kind of local and was like these one-offs was like, okay, let's go hike somewhere 3 or 4 hours away. Then it turned into, oh, it's late. Why don't we just go get a hotel? We get up, we do breakfast, and then we come home. We used to do that all the time. We don't even do that anymore. Period. So I would love to get back to doing that kind of stuff because it was
Well,
fun.
I hope you do. I do because it's good for the soul, and it's the fresh air is good for you, and plus it keeps you, moving.
Mhm. Yes.
And
Yes.
plus, it's nice to have quality time with your wife to do these things that she's interested in doing them too. Yeah, so I think that's fabulous. Rick never told me how hiking was so cool because he would hunt with his uncle in the fall time, deer hunting, and so they would be walking through all the woods and everything. He never told me it was cool. I mean, probably because I was never interested in the hunting part, but yeah, now that being out in nature and on paths and stuff, I just oh, you know what I also kind of like, Aretha? I like seeing the different bridges people build in the parks because sometimes they're wood, sometimes they're metal, sometimes they're different designs. Some have been scary, like rope wood.
Oh.
I
Okay.
made them through. I walked through, but it wasn't. My heart was racing.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I know we had talked about some bridges. I think my wife coworker had told her about a beautiful bridge in Canada because we're just an hour and a half to 2 hours from the border, and that was something we used to do all the time too. We get just a wild hare on a Saturday, and we wake up early and we look at each other. Canada for breakfast. Like, yes, let's go.
Oh, awesome!
So, um, yeah, bridges.
I'm not
Yeah,
that close
that
to
made me thought
Canada,
about
but I
that.
I am close enough. How long did it take us? 7 hours to get into Canada. Seven, 7.5. I'm not sure. 6 hours. Yeah, but I've only been there once. I want to go back. It was beautiful.
It was really nice. Because we're on the Vancouver side of it, so
Okay.
yeah, we it wasn't nothing for us. Just an hour and a half. We're right there. So
Did you guys do any hiking too besides just going for, a breakfast or spend any?
We will find a park, find somewhere to do a nice little walk or some kind of hike. So,
I
and
love
every
it.
time I go there, I'll be like, I want to live in Canada.
Well, it is.
So,
It's absolutely beautiful. We went. We weren't in Vancouver. Oh darn, I can't even remember where we were. It wasn't Toronto. Whatever, straight from Minneapolis. We stayed there. It was more industrial. The town. It was a little bit more industrial, but it did have. We could see Lake Superior. Because we could see Lake Superior, Minnesota, but when we went up into Canada, we could see like the end of the peninsula of Lake Superior, so that was kind of cool. Because
oh,
when you're looking at Lake Superior from up north in Minnesota, you kind of see some edges of land, but then it looks like an ocean because it's so far before there's more land. So that's why it was kind of nice to go up in Canada. You could see more of the landscape around Lake Superior. Oh, Kenneth, Gina. Well, oh, we already over an hour, Aretha.
oh,
Okay. So, is there any upcoming things you would like to share that you're going to do on your channel?
no, because I'm not making too many more changes because since I did start kind of dipping my toes into this kind of different way of eating, um, I thought it would be best if I kind of just went slowly with it and I was taking everybody along because I did want to actually get some more like um, ketone strips so I can just start testing my ketones along the way. I wanted to do weigh ins. Um, and the hard part for me with the weigh ins is when you have to do it yourself, you have to try to get the camera just right and you're standing on the scale and you're like, I wonder if this camera going to actually add more weight to it, even though it's so tiny. But
Yeah.
um, so I want to try to start doing some of that and adding that in while I'm going through this whole new process for people to kind of look at, kind of get the full picture. Because again, everybody's journey is different, everybody's body is different. But I think if I can give as much information about what I'm doing and how I'm doing it and how it's benefiting me,
Mhm.
I think people will understand it better and they can go and look it up from themselves and all of that. So,
Oh, I think
but
that's a fabulous idea. And plus, scales now sometimes that reflective, and when you try to take a picture, it doesn't always turn out so good either. So, but yep, if you get a good picture and add it because you're going to edit it and add it into your video.
yes.
Yeah. Well, I wish you luck on that. I'm doing that weight loss challenge with Derek, and I have to take a picture every Friday morning of my scale. And I have the bathroom light off, my bedroom light on because if there's too much light, you can't see the number behind the blue on the. It's like what happened to just the old scale where it just
Mhm.
spins around. So I'm like, here, Derek, here's 5 pictures I took. This is what it says.
Yeah, you know what? I still like the old school scale. My mother-in-law had one in her bathroom. I think I remember I think yeah, I did show it to everybody. I did do a video about it and stepping on it and taking my weight on it. So, but yeah, and that one was pretty easy. But these other ones, like with you, like you said, without the light, sometimes it is so much of a glare, and I hate to wake my wife up because she's on a different schedule to say, "Can you come hold my phone and do this for me?"
Well, what I have found is like here's the counter, my sink counter. I put the phone and so the camera part's hanging off, and then I just hit the button as many times as I can to hopefully it will show. I'm like, okay, this is third time. Okay, let's get one of these to work. Well, Aretha, I love chatting with you. I so love getting to know you more. You are so wonderful. and I'm excited to see how your journey goes on your new. I hate to use the word diet. Your new food in course you're doing, because I mean, if we say diet, I mean, I don't know. I just sounds more negative. But you're trying a new food regiment. How about that
Mhm.
regiment?
Yes.
And I can't wait to see where that all takes you. And also, really looking forward to whatever you. Well, besides you getting back to hiking and showing scenery from, from your side of the United States, and if you go to Canada, but the that keto con. Mhm.
Mhm.
Yeah, we got
Yeah.
it. I'm gonna send you all sorts of ideas. Misty and I were like, okay, let's taste test. No, whatever you're up for. Well, thank you so much, Aretha. I hope you enjoyed spending some time with me. I know I'm a
I
little
did.
sick.
This was so much fun, and I need to really get out of my bubble. Like I said, I haven't done any lives in like 2 years. So, and I would usually do a birthday live, and that's just once a year. So, yeah, I need to start doing it more because
Yeah,
they're fun. I mean, I
yeah, they
sit
are
in
fun.
people lives, but to actually host it or host with someone, I haven't done that in so long.
Well, how about you do one after the KetoCon, and then you tell us about it, and maybe taste test, and
Yeah,
you
that
know,
would, that would be fun. Yeah,
yeah,
definitely.
yeah. Well, I'll be there. I'll watch. I'm excited. Well, thank you so much. And I want to say thank you for everybody that was here in the chat. Thank you so much. I hope you have a wonderful evening and the great rest of the week. And if you come back to the replay gang, welcome. How about you list in the chat maybe your favorite place you've ever taken a hike or a long walk? And let us know. Because we don't all live in the same part of the United States, so it'll be fun to see what you get to see. That's why I always like that scavenger hunt. It's always fun to see what other people see during the Steps Challenge. So, well, take care, everybody.
All right. Thank you for having me.
You're
Thank you,
welcome, and I loved
everyone.
having you. You're a delight.
Well,
All
thank
right, goodbye,
you.
everybody.
Bye, everyone.